What is your comment? Is this going to be a prolonged peace negotiation process where Russia will continue its attack on the Ukrainian soil?
Okay. First of all, it is very important to understand why is United States so interested in the peace talks? Why United States Trump had an election agenda that he wants to have negotiate a peace, ceasefire. One thing which is very important to understand, that United States by US knows what energy or the resources, mineral resources is under the Ukraine soil. That America knows, and America cannot exploit until there is a peace. Until the war ends, they cannot, because they have to, where the immediate neighbor is Poland, for example. So, they cannot take it through Poland. They have to use the port to ship all their mineral resources or other, especially if it is liquid stuff, carbon stuff. So, you can understand. So, therefore, United States will definitely come to our conclusion of the peace, not only the peace talks, but also a ceasefire. Without a ceasefire, they have made an agreement with Ukraine, and Ukraine has Zelensky had openly have submitted to United States. Okay, you take away all my mineral resources, but help me.
Do you see the visit as a turning point in Pakistan-Bangladesh relations, or will historical issues continue to overshadow future engagement? During the off-air, you are telling some article about the Dawn.
Before we go to Dawn, or rather Isaac Dar's meeting is definitely significant, but you also have to remember that Professor Yus has already met the Pakistan Prime Minister in the sideline in the Cairo. So, that is the most significant meeting that had resulted in few other steps. That is, today Isaac Dar is here. Unfortunately, Isaac Dar was supposed to be in a few months before, but especially the India-Pakistan conflict, he had to cancel because the flights from Karachi to Dhaka or Islamabad, Dhaka, especially Karachi, Dhaka, that flight has stopped. Overflights of all Pakistani airlines has stopped. So, that had restricted not only Isaac Dar, but also other ministers, like for example, the Commerce Minister, who was only 2 days before, he also had been at the. So, it is definitely a very significant, if you can look into, but relationship with Bangladesh and Pakistan will still, there are people have lot of distrust and suspicion about Pakistan's real intention to have a. Yes, trade and commerce was already existing.
Do you call it G2G tensions or peoples to peoples?
People you have to be clear. There are the especially if you talk about the other relationship, trade and commerce was never stopped. If you look into the statistics of the trade and commerce between Pakistan and India, or even Bangladesh, has never stopped. So, there was a trade and commerce, but now as our international affairs editor had mentioned, it will rise. It will rise means, of course, the trade and commerce will definitely, there will be collaboration, new collaboration like manufacturing.
Sir, Pakistani Deputy Prime Minister is in Bangladesh, is welcome. It is a government visit, he will meet his counterparts. Why he is meeting with the political leaders in the High Commission? Because you have to understand this will create some debates as well. How do you see as a journalist?
No, diplomatically different countries, the head of state was in Bangladesh earlier before. They also met the civil society and the political leaders. So that mainstream political parties. This is nothing new, but they have at least two political parties have told Isaac Dar about what is the future of the status of 1971. And let me tell you one thing. It is not only Bhutto when he came in 1974, when Sheikh Mujib was still, the Prime Minister of this country. He had went to the Sabar Martyrs Memorial and where he planted a tree. And of course, by doing that, he has accepted there were martyrs in Bangladesh, where people were killed. And of course, they were killed by not only by the Pakistan army and their henchmen. So, that is one. So, he had in his note in the Sabar Martyrs Memorial, it is still there. They have mentioned a word called sorry. I mean, let me come to Pervez Musharraf. When he was landed in Dhaka during a SAARC conference, he also said the same thing, that he is sorry of what has happened in 1971. Imran Khan, on the Geo television, live television, he mentioned that Pakistan must not urge, Pakistan must seek apology to Bangladesh for, and he said, I have seen the people, the face of the people in 1971, because he was in a cricket team. So, he was in Dhaka. Of course, that is a different story. So, but Pakistan did said sorry, that is true, but Pakistan has officially have to say seek apology, like Japan, like the French. Recently, the France has sought apology to Burkina Faso. Same with Japan, with Korea, and of course, the Manchuria, that they have been terrorized at that place. So, you can see that there are two words, one is sorry and one is seeking apology. These two diplomatically is totally two different definition. You cannot say sorry, I have said sorry, that is enough. No, you have to seek an apology, official apology. Bhutto's sorry is not recorded in the Pakistan history, contemporary history. Same with Pervez Musharraf, same with Imran Khan. I'm not sure about other head of state. Zulfikar, I mean, especially Mrs. Bhutto, she was totally said, I am not, I was too young. He wrote in his book, the Daughter of the East, he mentioned about 1971. Sir, he said, I was too young to understand what happened in Bangladesh.
Sir, we did not say Modi government is a fascist. One of the popular actor in his country, accepted by all over the world, he has said Modi and his government is a fascist. Let me put this question to Saleem Samad.
I mean, if you look into the investigative report by the rights group, especially the Gujarat riot, so you can immediately the Gujarat riot. After the Gujarat riot, many countries, including United States, has banned Modi's visit to United States. So when he became a prime minister, of course, he was able to visit the United Nations, and of course, United Nations. So coming to the issue of Modi belongs to BJP, which is a Hindu extremist organization. That you have to. It is not a secular party, like Congress, for example, like if other organizations. They are secular parties. India still have a secular constitution. They still the Supreme Court, the High Court, they upheld secularism, especially wherever it is violated. But coming to BJP, as has mentioned, and of course in Modi, they are not a secular country, a secular party. And of course, so when they look into the neighboring states, they look into the other way. They look into Pakistan as a Muslim, and of course, Bangladesh also a Muslim. Bangladesh is not a Muslim country. Bangladesh majority can be a Muslim country. Bangladesh constitution is secular. Pakistan constitution is not secular. So why they are also looking toward us as an enemy? I mean, maybe they will not fight a war, but they are looking as enemies. So Modi cannot be trusted.